Hi Sagittarius, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Sagittarians, it's a very interesting month. We have 3 moons this month, and we're beginning the month with a full moon that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And it is joining Mars, which is retrograde till about 13th of November. Now, a full moon in this specific part of your chart, it can show you what you're missing out in life. And it's a fun house, this specific house. It's a creation and heart-centered house. So full moon out here is shining a light on what you truly desire. What is it that you really want for yourself? What is it that you have kept buried really deep inside, that you're really seeking, that you're passionate in? How it is that you let the creative child inside come out and play. If you have been dating for a while, this full moon can solidify the connection in a very intense way. A time to reap the rewards of a creative project, Sagittarians, and also for some of you, will be either publishing the project, or you could be just putting the final touches onto the project that is there. It's also a time where your child or your partner, their feelings sort of come out. If your child has been keeping something from you, this is the time that there'll be a confession of sorts that will happen. On the 3rd of the month, we have Venus that is there in your house of career and reputation, and it's a lovely placement. And you could be attracted to someone who's much older than you, Sagittarius, and someone who's stable, who's very successful in their career and has a good standing in society. You could be very drawn to them. You could also come across as someone who's very charming, who's willing to adapt, and I think there's a lot of chance that for some of you who really have been admiring someone from afar, that things progress over there. And it's a great time to be creative with your work. It's a good period for people who are there in the beauty or in the arts industry. It's a time to be making a positive impact on someone really important. On the 14th, we have a Mercury, which goes retrograde, and it's going retrograde in the house of behind the scenes. And it's a time for retreat and quiet. You could be feeling really the urge not to really engage with people. And this can at times almost manifest as in inner psychology. You could be having some vivid dreams, some of you, and it's a good time to be keeping a journal and seeing as to where it is at what is it that your dreams are trying to tell you. And some people even experienced a kind of a past life regression during this time. There's a very vivid imagery happens from past lives, some very intense and deep and clear dreams happen. Sometimes it may feel like you've been left alone with no one to rely on, and it could be because you have, you really have to decide what it is that you want ahead, Sagittarians, and regrets can surface during this time, and you could be going through what could have, what should have, and this is how it should be, or this is how it could have been. Be kind to yourself, Sagittarians, and let it go. If you're telling yourself some dark and twisted stories about yourself, then just at least give those stories a happy ending. And trust that you can make the right decision by yourself and move ahead. Your spiritual life is going to get a boost during the Mercury retrograde. And as the outside world sort of, pulls over you, you may find yourself being physically aware and sensitive to very subtle vibrations. So, great time to be meditating, removing your mental chains, commune with the world, pray, reconnect with yourself. It's a wonderful time to be doing all of this. On the 16th, we have a new moon that is there in this house of groups of friends and people with whom you share similar passions and goals, and also networking. Now with the new moon over here, you're going to be very keen to make new contacts and reaching out to others in a both social and professional way. And also it's a time for you Sagittarians to be, converting all that restlessness into something really positive, into a fruitful contact with others, and heightened awareness of your position in life with the context of a group rather than through a self-centered focus is, it's one of the best things that is probable with this position of the new moon, and a need for a social security. Now, goals that involve networking, making connections with others, joining or strengthening ties in a group project activity, and nurturing good are going to be the focus this month. On the 23rd, we have Sun that joins Mercury again in this house of behind the scenes. A lot of conversations, a lot of clarity. I think some of you will reach that place where you feel brave enough to be taking a decision as far as your life path is concerned. We're closing the month on the 31st with the mad scientist Uranus that is joining Taurus, and this is in a house of day-to-day chores and your health, and you could be experiencing disruptions in your working environment or even your health, and your co-workers could be very unreliable, they could be unpredictable, they could be rebellious, they could be creating some drama or the other, they could be riots at work, and you could just be surrounded with people who are really unhappy at work, and some of them wouldn't be saying much, but they could just be quiet and they could be seething with rage, and you could be literally, this is a time you're going to be forced out of a stagnant work situation. You'll have to find an alternative working environment, Sagittarians, because it's not a very long term solution, and especially Uranus is here in this house, so you've the next 5 years as well. So you may have to, be prepared to be learning new software programs and, keep up with the new that is there. And generally, there's quite a bit of instability at work, and you could feel, that you want to be somewhere where you can have a valuable contribution. It's not also bleak, because Uranus also, along with all this disruption, creates a lot of innovation. It forces you to learn, and it comes as a catalyst. Maybe there are things in your workplace that you have, or even about your health, that you've just been ignoring, and you really need to be making those changes. You need to be speaking up. You need to be standing your ground. Just ensure that you're not the bull in the china shop, Sagittarians, but it would be a time. Uranus is encouraging you to be speaking your truth and holding your space. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Sagittarians. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.